What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction here on TCGU University for the card game UniVersus. My name's Tam, and today, it looks like every Friday, Jazz is going to be releasing one of their DLC, or deck-loadable content characters, as well as the attacks and support. And so, a little bit of info on that. The Soulcalibur DLC is going to be released on March 6th, 2020. You can go out to Jasco's website or your local game store in order to pre-order those. Make sure that you do pre-order those. They're going to be a limited time run. You only get one shot at it, so make sure you get them in. Or tell your LGS to order more. Order a bunch so that when new players come into the game, they have a chance to get these cards too. Because from the preview that I saw of the Grim Fairy Tale one, as well as Cervantes, I'm sure Talim's going to be just as good. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. Oh, just a quick reminder, there will be DLC for the rest of the year, at least for the first half as well. So make sure you look forward to those. Yeah, let's jump into it. So we've got Talim. I've done such minuscule minimum looking at what is going on with this character. So we're going to be discovering stuff together. She is a 6 difficulty, 6 control, 0 mid block standard for your characters. She's a 7 hand size, which is different from our Talim 1 dot, 19 vitality. She has air, good, and water. Her symbol that changed was from chaos to now good. Enhance once per turn, : if you have more face downs, zoom in a little bit, if you have more face down foundations than your opponent, add 1 card from your discard pile to your momentum, playable while committed. Okay, that's interesting. Some discard manipulation. Being able to once per turn, my turn, your turn, snap a momentum in is very, very good, especially while it's playable while committed. It means that multiples are going to be incredibly strong. Yeah, I like that. As I said in my previous videos, I think momentum is going to be one hell of a resource coming up here in the near future. There's a lot of really, really strong cards that just want to be able to use momentum. And then enhance commit : committing her character card. Build all face down cards in your card pool from your card pool committed. So what that means is we're going to take all the face down cards and they're going to be face down foundations committed. That's really, really strong, especially whenever we get done with a multiple attack. So we get something that's got like multiple 3, like Windmill Punch. Now under one of our symbols, water, we get to multiple 3 something out and then bring all of them down. Or even crazier, you ready? Explosion, multiple X equals your momentum. With her gaining momentum every turn, we can just like, hey, I'll multiple 5 you. They're dinky 3 mids for 3s. That's fine. Who cares? She gets, with Talim 1 dot, she gets more. Whatever. We won't talk about that. But at the end of them, or maybe on the last one, we just commit and now I build 5. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. This character might have some issue with some real heavy deadlock decks. She'll have to be able to destroy those face downs pretty regularly. Or I mean, maybe not. Maybe under 2 of these symbols, she's got Mitsurugi as well as Kuwabara cards in order to pick those face downs back up. I think there's some really interesting, good looping stuff that we can do. 719 is really something though, because we're not actually gaining any damage or defense. So the cards that we are playing are going to be really strong. They need to be strong, but I want them to be face down. So there's not a lot of recurring reusable effects. I don't know. I'm not sold. I'm not in love with this character so far. I think this character's got a lot of interesting interactions, but I'm not positive those interactions are quote unquote, I'm not going to use the word broken. Is that fair? I think it might be good. I think under a forget that the symbol good is, I think under a playable good deck, not the symbol, it's gonna have a lot of moving parts, but I'm not positive that Talim by herself is just gonna get there. I think it really depends on what her 3 symbols are gonna do, not to mention her next 2 cards, which we're gonna get to right now. The next one that we're gonna look at is her attack, which is Air Blade Thrust. It is a 3/3 with a 2 mid block, is a 3 mid for 3. That's pretty good. It has the keywords charge, punch, ranged, and weapon. A static that says face down cards do not count towards progressive difficulty to play this card. That's neat. So we play an attack, multiples out. We play this thing at the end, and then on this thing we enhance commit and then bring our multiples down. So as opposed to the explosion example that I gave earlier, whenever we have to negate our last attack to bring them all down, this card is that extra safety net. It's like almost playing like a fatality at the end of it. And then enhance : if this attack deals damage, add it to your momentum. Hey, look, fatality. That's pretty rad. 3 mid for 3, hits, clears at the And she's got the good symbol. She's got the water symbol. She's got 3 damage. I think this character might be, or this card might be crazy inside of Lilith's support, especially if we get like a really good multiple Lilith. Being able to Airblade at the very end, have all my face downs not count as progressive, and with Lilith's check of 5 gets +X, +X, X is going to number of face downs. That's very strong. That's very, very strong. Thank goodness we have another charge punch. It's another punch weapon for Reese. I think one of the big things that Talim was missing, honestly, was like a secondary starter for all of her combo attacks for Talim 1-dot. And so this is another charge. And maybe we're trying to juke them out. A lot of her cards have multiple. Wow, this card's really, really good for Talim 1 and Talim 2. I like this a bunch. I think thinking back to what Talim 1-dot does, I think this might actually like genuinely be a really good gauge character. Whether we have under air, we've got Tornaluce's stuff. I don't know what all of that has charged. That's something that you guys can look up on our UFS or UniVersus database, ufsultra.com. If you're not acquainted with that website, you definitely should be. Oh, neat. It's got 3 speed. That means it can be used inside of a fog blanket deck. That's very strong. Yeah, overall, I think this card's really, really solid. I'm not positive that it necessarily needs to be a 4 of and everything, but it might be in Talim. It's got a really solid block as well. It doesn't check bad. I think this is a good looking card. I take this card a bunch. Yeah, definitely worth picking up 4 of this. Moving on to her foundation, Innocent Breeze. First, we're gonna go back 2 steps. I want to talk about the artwork on these cards. The Talim that's been drawn. Who's the artist? Jason Cardy. Good job, man. Holy cow. I want you guys all to go look up Jason Cardy. Give him a follow on Twitter or look at his DeviantArt or something. The artwork that I'm seeing on all these cards, the Talim character card looks so innocent. I can see the action, the breeze behind her. And then we get into her attack, and there's a ton going on, but it's super obvious what's happening. The thrust is happening. She's fighting Inferno, who looks petrifying. Looks absolutely scary. I cannot wait to see this. If Jason has done the artwork on Inferno, I might just play him just on the artwork alone. I think this artwork looks amazing, and I can't wait for it to be all hollowed out. Anyways, enough gushing about the art. All right, so the last card is Innocent Breeze. It is a 2/5 with a 2 mid block. I like the fact that it's not a high or a low, so that we get to kind of block with it for anything. Enhance, commit, : your attack gets +1 damage for each card in your card pool. Okay, so Talim wants to just load her. I'm so glad that she doesn't have Akuma symbols. Talim just wants to load up her attacks with her card pool with cards, preferably like multiples, and just blow you out. Especially with her attack that we just saw that's going to be played at the end. This fatality doesn't do any damage. This thing's going to do 45 damage. They're going to have to save a block for that thing. And then response, flip, : after an attack resolves, flip it, playable while committed. Wow, more answers to Dark Cherry-Toe, which is very much Dark Cherry-Toe, not on block, obviously. But yeah, this is a really good, useful card inside of the meta. If there's anything in the game that is bothering you or upsetting you card pool wise, we get rid of it. A lot of Mitsurugi's cards have responses in the card pool. We get rid of if somebody's trying to play a combo deck themselves, we can flip that card, and it's playable while committed, which is inherently strong. A lot of those effects of flip that thing happen with a ready card. So yeah, Innocent Breeze. I'm not positive that we necessarily need a 4 unless we are digging deep on that. Your enhance, commit, your attack gets +1 damage for each card in your card pool. But there's certainly something to be said here. So I want to talk about Talim herself. Let's go all the way back up to the front. So what are my thoughts on Talim as a whole? I think this character is fine. I think her support is better than she is. But I think there's going to be a lot of interesting things that we can do with her. I think being able to grab the momentum out of your discard pile might just be enough to take this character from my initial perception of like a B- and put it up to like an A-. Just being able to stick them, as well as having Spike 1-dot symbols, Mitsurugi symbols, Kuwabara symbols, and just being able to build 1,000 face downs and then pick them all back up and so on and so forth. I think that might just be that might just be enough to get it done. Let me know what you guys think about Talim in the comments down below. I'm not thinking too terribly high ever, but maybe you've got some spice that you're already thinking of. Let us all know. If you want to have a bigger in-depth conversation, please go to patreon.com/TCGU University. At the $1 level, you'll get access to our private Discord where we can talk about this all night long. So from all of us here at TCGU, stay learned, and thanks for watching.